All right, another sketchbook. So this one, I believe, is, I started a long time ago, right? Like, I think this is Bird Fest from January, February 24. But then there was like a few pages at the very end that I hadn't finished up, so I didn't consider it finished because it wasn't just like 2 or 3, it was like 10. So Bird Fest 2024. What does that say? Groove, build, Ani. Oh, that's right. I don't know why I'm trying to read that. Evening Grosbeak. Oh, these, my daughter has some of those Stabilo 88s or 68, whatever the bigger ones are, markers. And so I was having fun seeing how those kind of, playing with those, which I liked them. I ended up buying some. Oxpecker, Cerulean Warbler. I don't know what this one is. What does that say? Scarlet Ibis, King Penguin. You know, I struggle. I want to do these challenges, but I don't want to spend hours and hours and hours on them, right? Like, so I'm trying to find ways to be efficient. And also it's the way I would prefer to draw in a looser, more expressive style. And so trying to draw quickly is one way that I can try to do that. Brown hooded kingfisher. I don't even remember drawing these like that. That doesn't even look like I drew. Well, I mean, parts of it do, but I have no recollection of this at all. Because again, I think I was getting anxious to be done. Egyptian goose. Blue jay. Beetler. I don't know how to say some of these. You know, what does that one say? Violet. I don't know. And then to be efficient, I kind of had all these pictures and I would block in watercolors and come in later with other media. That was kind of fun. Oh, I don't hate that one. The way it's kind of framed. You know, instead of just the thing in the middle. California sage grouse. That was one of the last ones I did, I think. I was like, I want to be done. Like, I would bounce around. I had all the pages, you know, the bird written on the pages and the images. Yeah, we're getting to the end of the challenge, and I'm like, not enjoying it anymore. Or like, I don't know. It's not that I'm not enjoying it. What is it? Yeah, like this is pretty low effort, which is fine. It's actually, I mean, maybe that's good. You kind of, you start, you get bored with it, and then you push through like, okay, well, how little, like maybe I don't have to fill in the whole bird. Maybe I just make little marks or like just 2 colors or, you know, that's when you start really experimenting, or I do anyway, but I don't know what happened with his leg. Okay, now we're moving on to then February. I think January was Bird Fest and February flowers. So then I did February flowers. These must be Lily of the Valleys. You know, and again, I don't know what the prompts are. Like maybe this prompt was field. I don't remember what they were. I'm sure it's on my phone somewhere. So I did the red blotches first and then built everything else around them in these geraniums, and I loved it. I loved it. I loved the way it was organized on the page. I loved the going off the 2 edges and not going off 2 edges, the red, black, and white. Like I loved so much about it. And I'm telling you this because you will see, I was like, okay, how can I recreate that? I don't know what this prompt was. It must have been like, I don't know. That one was fun. Dorothy Rose, Apple Blossoms. That's a cute little quiet one. Black and white and just 2 little pops of color. Cheerful. Ugh. Sorry. I'm not a fan of this page. Yay me for trying something different. Yay me. Ooh, now this page. Oh gosh, I love it. I don't remember what the, maybe it was repeat, maybe it was pattern, but I found some wallpaper that I liked and drew that. Bleeding Hearts. See, this is one where I was like, okay, let me see if I can recreate, like take what I liked in this one and see if I can, you know, nope, that's a miss. You know, and I spent some time trying to figure out why. Vivid, not really vivid. More graphic. This is more line and yeah, anyway. These are supposed to be sweet peas. Bouquet, maybe. Garden. I don't know. As we get to the end, I like my drawings less and less. Oh, I don't know. Maybe this was rose. And so I did all these like frosting roses. I think I was getting tired of like straight flowers. So I started getting a little more, you know, the garden gates. Orchid. I think this one was like aroma. I don't remember, but this is a floral perfume. I do not know what this prompt was, but not a fan. This one turned out fine. Like I'm not in love with it, but Hollyhock. And I was mid watching BoJack Horseman. So I thought this would be a little more transparent. You know, those are the hollyhocks, and then they're over the horse character named Hollyhock. I don't hate the idea. I don't know that in execution it turned out. See, here, I'm trying to figure it out again. I think I was like, oh, I don't have enough, right, the background and not enough strong darks in the background. And so then I tried again, keeping the colors just to the florals, but maybe it's because the red is so bright and light and unadulterated, and these are getting kind of muddy. I think that is part of it. That's not the only thing, but that's part of it. This one I think worked better than, well, I like that one. I think I just done these like really quick, loose, swoopy things. And then this, I was like, oh, maybe I'll just leave it. And then I went in with pencil and, you know, but I didn't want to overdo it. And so now it's kind of tentative, whatever. That must be like a tiger lily. And then again, maybe the prompt was collage. Oh, now they're getting real bad. Oh, actually, I like that one. That's a lovely collaged flower. I accept it. Approved. This, meh. I don't know. And I don't like either of them. Okay, now we're done. Now we're done. This is all. I probably finished these a couple, you know, like actually maybe a couple weeks ago. So just random shit on my camera. This is the actor that played Derek in The Good Place. It doesn't look like him, but Ricky can handle one thought at a time. Trailer Park Boys. My one true love, Jermaine. Actually, I have 2 true loves. Taika Waititi. Pinterest picture. I don't hate this one. Looks at nachos. I'm busy. This is from Napoleon Dynamite. You know, I always, I think here, like I always start light and then build up my values with, you know, markers or colored pencils. And I think I was like, you know what, I'm going to start darker. I'm being too much of a baby. But, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it worked. Maybe it didn't. It doesn't look like her, but it's Gillian Anderson. Like as a portrait of Gillian Anderson, I don't think it's that great. As just a drawing of an interesting, you know, textures and text, I think it's fine. Poor Things. The Big Lebowski. And this, the same thing, like if I'm using markers or watercolor, I always start with like the lightest, the faintest tone so that I can, you know, build to my darker values. But with this one, I started with like this color marker, something that is really difficult to go over. And I don't hate how that turned out. This is from Amelie. Ah, voila, done. All my pens, but I'm struggling with cleaning them and keeping them running good. All right, well, thanks. I'll see you guys next time.